today I have a requested homecoming look for you guys. This is a green and gold smoky eye. I didn't want there to be a really big contrast with the green and the gold, so I tried to make it as blended and as seamless as possible. And I used a lot of drugstore products. I think the only non-drugstore thing that I used, surprisingly, was my lips. The brows are drugstore this time. So I hope you guys really enjoy this tutorial, and if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. I am at the peak of the day where I can actually talk because my voice is still gone. So I'm just going to push through this tutorial with you guys. I moisturized my face with the Simple Moisturizer, and now I'm priming my skin with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. This has been my only primer that I've been using because it's either this or my Professional, and you guys see me use my Professional like 10 million times. So now we are going to start by concealing and putting foundation onto our skin. I'm using the same method as I did in my last tutorial. So I'm taking this Revlon Colorstay concealer in the color light medium, putting that on the high points and under eyes, and then I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation on the rest of my skin. Less is more, and I feel like you get great coverage with this, but you know what, you can always go ahead, add more, but I just wanted like a light layer on top of my skin. So we're just going to blend this in with our beauty blender, and since I did do my brows before, it was kind of difficult for me to work around it, so I obviously did get foundation on it. So to just clean it up a little bit, we're taking the L'Oreal Stylist Definer in the color Dark Brunette. For eyes, it is super simple. We're taking the e.l.f. eyeliner and eyeshadow stick in the color Green and Moss. I'm taking the green side and applying that all over my lid. We're blending this out, and we are taking our time on this. I mean, I never really used a stick under my eyeshadow before, so this was my first time. And then to just set that in place, we're just taking this green in the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette, and it was a lot lighter than the actual stick, so it just lightened it up so it's more of like a lime, a lime margarita shade. But we're just gonna blend that out, and I really want this to be very smoky and blown out, so I did take a clean blending brush to just buff out the edges. This took me a long time. I think it's just because I used a cream under and it was just bulletproof. But for our lid shade, we're taking the color Made of Gold by Morphe. I'm applying this shade with my finger just because I feel like that gives its full pigmentation, and this color is very creamy, but it's not a cream shadow. It also has just this green, I don't know, just very warm effect to it. So it's very light shifting. I don't know the right terminology. But going back in that Wet n Wild palette, we're taking the green crease shade and we're applying this to our outer V. I'm applying it very little, and then we're blending it out, and then I'm adding more if necessary because, like everyone says, it's easier to add than take away. So for liner, we are going to use the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 liner that I used in the last tutorial as well. It's called the Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Boosting Eyeliner and Serum. For the bottom lash line, we're taking that e.l.f. stick again, and we're using the Moss side, and then we're blending it out with that green that we used to set our upper lid area before. For lashes, we're taking these very natural Ardell 110s. And then for contour, we're going to be using our Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I'm taking this on an angled eyeshadow brush, and I kind of lied to you guys. The lips weren't the only thing that were kind of high end. It's the bronzer and blush as well. I'm sorry I lied to you guys. You know, I was just trying to get that intro out of the way. So we're gonna also take that color and buff it into our not our crease, girl. We're gonna buff it into our skin, and we're just going to make this a very blown out look on the cheeks. We're not gonna be cutting our contour at all. So for blush, we're taking the Tarte Entertain blush, and this is a very pretty pink blush. And for highlight, we're taking that same Made of Gold Morphe shadow. I like to pack it on and then blend it out with a fan brush, and then pack it on, blend it, pack it on, blend it. So everything is very seamless. I did take my time with my nose highlight this time. I did, and I like it. I really like it. I felt like I felt like no one could stop me. I didn't want to take off my nose contour. I could like take off all my makeup, but just leave my nose. Just leave it as it is. It's cool. And then I'm putting this onto my Cupid's bow as well. And I don't know, it's just, this color is actually really, really pretty. It's just that I never reach for it just because it's like a single shadow and I have nowhere else to put it besides my Z palette, which I don't really put anything in there to begin with. I'm also lining my lips with the Wet n Wild Willow lip liner. This stuff is 99 cents. Come on, like, hello, we need to get on that. And then for lips, we're taking the Urban Decay Naked 2 lipstick, and that's it. That is the look. Alright guys, so that wraps up this tutorial, but before I go, I just want to say a very quick little message for those girls who are going to homecoming, but just don't have a date. I have gone through 4 years of high school without a homecoming date. And did I feel sad? Yes. Did I cry? Yes. Did I have envy for other girls? Yes. I was very envious. But you know what? You come back from this, you learn from this experience. You're gonna take this as a positive experience. And let me tell you, I don't think anything is worse than having your own boyfriend in high school reject you when you ask him to homecoming because he didn't ask you. You don't need that negativity, and I don't think anybody does. But what I want you guys to know is that you're gonna come back better from this. You know your worth, you know that you're beautiful, and you know that you don't need no man telling you that you're beautiful and all this stuff, although it is nice. Go ahead, go into that ballroom, wear the most beautiful, stunning dress, have the most beat face, and having the most gorgeous smile. And you know what? That right there is just enough for people to regret not asking you to a dance. I almost didn't go to my junior prom just because no one asked me, and I'm so glad that my sister gave me this talk, the talk that I'm giving you guys, because without her, my voice is giving out. Without her, I would have missed out on the most amazing time of my life. Like junior year, oh my God, that was like the best dance. And yes, I was so upset that I didn't get asked out, but you know what? Keep your head up, and there's always hope for another day, another dance. And like I said, you don't need no man. Well, I mean, if you ever need me, you know, I'm just a message button away, I'm a comment away, and I just want you guys to just take this experience and have fun. I really want you guys to have fun. I really want you guys to go to homecoming, and you know, it's going to be the time of your life if you make it. And my boyfriend always says that to me. He says the day is what you make it, and I mean, right, he's right. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys heard me out, and I love you guys. Never forget that. So I love you, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.